Hi guys, I'm Sarah D and I'm coming to you from NAMM on a very warm sunny day, as you can tell, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm here at NAMM. I've been in LA for the past 4 or so years studying and pursuing my musical endeavors. I decided to come to LA to study mainly because there was a college that one of my vocal coaches back in Australia was mentioning to me, and I just happened to have been out in LA during that time, and I checked out the school and I was blown away by it. So I kind of made it my goal the next year to come out and study, and also because LA is the big entertainment capital of the world, as most people know. So what better place to kind of pursue and also study and learn about the craft of music and songwriting. I'm a singer-songwriter. I love to create song and kind of base my work around the songwriting craft. So eventually I'd really love to write for myself as well as other artists and get a publishing deal like most writers. So, I mean, that's far down the line, but hopefully, you know, that could happen, or something great in the meantime can also happen. So I've had some really fun experiences out here in LA. I've had so many opportunities to show my craft and kind of entertain people, which I love to do. I've done it from a really young age. So I used to be part of a big performance group in Adelaide where we would sing and dance. So I was very entertainment heavy there. I would perform for different corporate functions, different sporting events, charities, private events, just anything and everything we could get our hands on. And then also out here, because I kind of came out more solo, so it's a little tougher sometimes, so I had to gain a bit more confidence to go out and like put myself out in front of people. So it's been fun. I've been able to do a lot of different college circuits. I've performed in a lot of the California colleges. I've done, again, private functions and events here, and I've even like sang at a graduation, a college graduation, which is really random and fun. So out like further in Lancaster. So just from another performance I was doing out there, they were just like, hey, you want to come do this? I was like, sure, you know, you always try and grab whatever you can. So there've been some really fun experiences. So how I'm managing to stay in the States right now is based off of a lot of different visas and paperwork like that. So I started off doing an F1, which is a student visa, which was like the only visa I could do while I was studying. And then I changed over to an OPT, which once you finish studying, after a period of time, allows you to stay in the States for an extra year to find work in your field. And then got my O1 from there. And you know, it's always just a cycle. Every couple of years, you've got to be changing over your visas or renewing them. So I'm currently in that process right now, and you know, hopefully it'll be just as good as the last one. Just be prepared for the highs and the lows, because everything is always changing in the business. There's always going to be good parts and bad parts, and I think that's with anywhere you live, but especially when you're out here, you have that expectation to do well, and you know, you want to do well. So, but there aren't going to be days that are perfect, so just keep that in mind. I think also be prepared to do a lot of work, make a lot of friends, and also kind of stay strong, because there are times where, you know, you'll miss family and things, and that was really hard for me for especially the first year, I'd say. Especially not having Christmas with them was very weird, but then you kind of just get used to it, I guess, eventually. And just keep working at it, like never stop at your craft. So I say try and practice every day, just like you would normally. That's the best advice I've gotten for myself from any writers out there. Like, just keep writing, keep writing, keep writing, and that's all you can really do. And then, you know, hopefully preparation meets the opportunity, and then create success. So how do I survive in LA? Well, luckily I've been able to do some shows that are paid. So thankfully with the college circuits, they are paid gigs. A lot of people don't like to pay, so it's sometimes tough. But luckily I've found some outlets. There's also so many different ways to make income with music. So I've been able to do a variety of different shows, like from wineries to, like I said, the colleges. But then also I do some other like works on the side as well through marketing agencies that allow me to not only use my musical skills but other skills as well. So that's why I'm kind of here at NAMM too, working with a few music companies as well, and thankfully they pay me, so it's good, I can survive. But don't get me wrong, it can be tough sometimes, so you've got to be prepared for that too. So NAMM is basically, it stands for National Association of Musical Merchants. So it's one of the biggest music expos, I guess you could say, in the States. And it's basically a week where a lot of different companies gather together and kind of do business. So a lot of guitar companies, drum companies from everywhere basically. So everybody gathers here. It's only really open to certain merchants, and then it kind of opens up on the last day to the public. So it's very business orientated, where people can kind of check out the latest and greatest in gadgets and instruments, and kind of network as well. They have a lot of networking events after the show. They have a lot of live music during the day. So it's just one big musical weekend for people to enjoy and hopefully get some business. I think I am over you. The way that an artist can really benefit from coming to NAMM is basically making those connections with brands that they love and they trust. Obviously, if you're a guitarist, you have probably certain brands that you're really into, or with a singer, you probably have a certain microphone you're into, and it's really just good to go meet these people face to face and hopefully, you know, create a relationship with them that could lead to endorsements or sponsorships and things like that for your shows and maybe your video recordings or anything like that. So it's just a really good way back to kind of basics, meeting people face to face rather than through email and never really personally getting to know somebody. So as far as playing at NAMM, there's an application that you have to fill out on the website. It comes around, I think, maybe every September, October. You would always have to check back on the website, and they actually have an application form where anybody can fill out. You can submit your music, and then I believe like early December or during that time, they'll kind of get in contact with those that they want to perform on these stages. And there's so many stages you can play on. There's two in the hotels. There's one main stage, there's one in like a patio area, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple more. So they need bands all the time. So it's a really great way to, you know, get your music out there, submit it, and then see if you can get on these stages. I submitted too late, unfortunately, but you know, if you know when the deadline is, just get onto it straight away, and yeah, just fingers crossed that you get to play. So my next endeavors, you could say, for this year is to just keep writing with new people. Collaboration is key, especially out here in LA, because there's just so many people doing some great things already. So it's always nice to connect with those people. And also I'll be submitting some work for a new TV show that's coming out to do with songwriters. So it's a very songwriting based show, kind of like The Voice, but for songwriters. So it's for aspiring songwriters who are seeking deals. They can submit their songs and hopefully out of that get themselves some recognition and deals. So that's kind of in the works, as well as, again, just hopefully new music and keep writing. That's all I can say, keep writing. So if you guys like to connect with me, check out my website, sarahDofficial.com, and then also you can hit me up on Facebook, Sarah D Official, or on YouTube you can check out some videos, Be Sassy Sings. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to send them through on any of those links. I would be happy to answer anything as best as I can. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you. Make sure you keep practicing, keep writing, and don't give up. See ya!